What's going on, Ground Roots Outdoors? That's right, it's Aaron Morstead, and yep, we got a new contender that's in the mix of broadheads, all because one of my viewers, Nick. Now, I actually know what's already in the box because Nick and I have been corresponding, we've been talking, and he offered to send me what's in this box. So let's see what it is. Heck yeah. Set the box right there. Ah, look at that. Even put it in a little Plano box. Thanks, man. That right there, y'all, is the Annihilator 125 grain, which I've got to do some tweaking with the shafts and stuff on my arrows, but I'm looking forward to that. Now, he's informed me that this one, if I remember right, he actually used this on one of the animals that he had shot. So I'm actually looking forward to messing with this guy right here. So, and he also threw something else in here. Let's see what that is. That's right. It's a deer target. So I plan to use that too. Nick, I appreciate you, bud. Can't wait to do it. And next time you see this, we'll be flinging this bad boy. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Like I was saying, I got the Annihilator, except for all my other broadheads are 100 grains. This one's 125. So, got my custom arrow, already spun test, all that good stuff. Just got to put a new insert. Now, I use Ethics Archery inserts, okay, and it's 50 grains to 175 grains. Okay, and in my normal setup, in my normal custom arrow setup, I'm running a 430 grain arrow. So that's using the entire 175 grain insert. Now, on this one, when you do the math, and I'll save you guys the math, but you basically, they're 25 grain increments, and I had to cut off 4 of those dudes. Okay, 3 of them makes it 454 grains with a standard 100 grain field tip. But you got to cut off 4 of them to make the adjustment for the 125 grains. Now I got to go get a 125 grain field tip to fire this thing and see if it's going to fly right, because your FOC is going to be a little different. The 454 grain, oh, sorry about that. I said 430, I meant 530 grains. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. So to set this up, I've already cut off the 4. And how do you do that? They're supposed to break off easy. Nothing easy about Ethics Archery. Those things are studs. Okay, so I had to use my bolt cutters. Okay, but anyway, so we got it done. We cut them off. And now I'm gonna get this arrow. Get that arrow. I'm gonna get it all cleaned up. I'm gonna go get some acetone, 100% acetone, and clean it out. Make sure I get that all nice and clean. Wipe this sucker down. Make sure it's nice and clean. And like I said, I was going to go get a 125 grain field tip and see what happens. I want to make it as close as possible. And so the only difference by cutting that piece off, by cutting 4 off, okay, and to make up for the 125 grain head, okay, it's going to be right at 455 to 456 grains. It wouldn't stop the scale wouldn't stop fluttering between the two. But 1 grain is not going to kill you. It's going to be very, very, very similar. So I'm okay with 1 to 1.5 to 2 grains. Anything more than that, it starts to jack with stuff, and a lot of people don't realize that. But if you're a geek like I am and you do the math, it does make a difference. Okay, makes a difference up here because I'm OCD. But it makes a huge difference in my brain versus actual flight of the arrow. So I'm not done yet, because with this setup, I want to make sure that FOC and all that stuff is flying right. I want to make sure, guys, I'm going to do this up right. That way we can make a fair fight between the Exodus from QAD, the Slick Trick SS3, I can't talk today, and the Annihilator. Okay, I'm not going to do the Montec M3, I guess is what it's called, and the only reason why I'm not going to do that is because it's a $50 broadhead, or $50 for a box, for a pack of those things, and I'm not doing it. The only reason why I'm doing the Annihilator is because my boy Nick with the beard, as he is on his channel and stuff, he was gracious enough to let me have that, dude. And so I'm going to sharpen this up, and I'm going to actually use it just like I'm going to use the Exodus, and just like I'm going to use the SS3 from Slick Trick, and because I'm going to put them all to use just to make sure that they fly right and that they do what they say they're going to do. I've seen a lot of videos on these things, and that shape of that thing is ridiculous, and it creates a vacuum when it hits. But we won't go into details because you guys can look all that up and stuff from Annihilator. But that itty bitty broadhead, that's like a point, I think they said it's 0.9 inch, 0.91 inch cut in diameter. And at first you're looking at that going, yeah, right. That's itty bitty. And like I said, I'm used to using a bigger broadhead, not a massive broadhead, but I'm used to using a bigger broadhead. So, woofa, or whatever you want to mean. So, let's go. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you, bud. And hopefully I can do it right, y'all. And we are back. I told you we'd be shooting the Annihilator. It's 125 grain. However, I had to make some adjustments to the custom arrow. I had to knock 25 grains off the insert, which is fine because it's now 456 grains total. And we're shooting 20 yards first. Somebody said you're supposed to shoot broadheads into the block target on the top or the bottom. So I'm going to be aiming at the O in block on top. 20 yards. Here we go. All right. Here we go. 20 yards. All right, now let you guys know I haven't shot this thing yet, so this is the first time to shoot with the Annihilator. Now I did shoot it in my garage just to make sure that it was broadhead tuned, but here it is. And of course, stupid air conditioner. It's 85 degrees here in Oklahoma City. This thing flew good. First time to shoot at 20 yards. Check it out. I was aiming here and it hit here pretty darn good. All right. Annihilator at 30 yards. This is as far as I can go in my yard. So here we go. Same spot. The O in block. We'll see. I don't feel too good about that one. But I was kind of shaking too. Don't know why. Actually, I do know why, because I started working out. And so, well, I didn't start. I just picked up a notch on my lifting. So, So I'm kind of shaky. But that's okay. Oh, it didn't hit too bad. Check it out. Oh, it hit a lot better than I thought. Cool. Check. Hit a lot better than I thought. Heck yeah. 30 yards again. Same spot, 0, or the O in block. I pulled that a little high, but that's okay. Let's go check it out. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed with this thing, and this is just for the first thoughts. Oh, I gotta practice arrow. I'm gonna shoot it. Hang on, gotta shoot it. Hopefully I don't hit the Annihilator. Nope, didn't hit it. At least I don't think so. Didn't sound like it. So let's go over here and check this out. That's accurate. Hang on, check it out. Still tip. Bottom one still tip. That's the Annihilator. Pretty stinking good. Alright, so if you guys remember the Annihilator, it's a 125 grain head. And so when I built this, I had to put a different insert. Normally I use 175 grain insert on these to build up, but we cut off 4 segments. There you go, which allowed me to take a 454 grain arrow. When I do all that, cut off a little extra, which is each one of those segments is 25 grains, that allowed me to go to 125 grain head, and it weighs 456 grains, which is pretty stinking cool. This thing flew great. I was only gonna do a first thoughts, but this is review part 1 of the Annihilator, because you don't shoot 20 yards and 30 yards with this thing and do what I'm doing. Yeah, that's insane. I need to practice a little more on my shooting and on my fundamentals, on my form. It's been a while since I've really shot my bow. And so I need to get back into it and stuff so we can get rid of that punching thing, and we'll go from there. So this thing's a beast. I can't wait. I do have a sharpening system for this thing, so I can put an edge back on it. That's the beautiful thing about one piece. You can put an edge back on it, and wasn't in too bad a shape. Wasn't in too bad a shape at all. Even though he put it through a goat, I think is what he said, or something like that. But we can put an edge back on that sucker, and we can go let it fly. And I can't wait to put this thing through a deer. And like I said, we also have the Slick Trick SS3, which is also a single piece of metal, and I can't wait to throw that thing at an animal either. So it's going to be an exciting hunting season this year. Stay tuned. I know it's going to be a long, drawn-out review system, but I don't care. Let's have some fun. Let's take care of business, y'all. If you like what you see, hit your thumbs up. If you like what you see and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and the little bell for notifications. That way you get all my videos. And again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys like this overview or first thoughts, whatever you want to call it. Holy crap. Nick, I appreciate you, man. This is awesome. See you next time.